Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here. We're back with another unboxing, and today we'll be unboxing One Up Box. As always, a huge thank you and a huge shout out to One Up Box for sending one of these to us for free. We really love opening them. Just as we start to open it up, we'll let you know what they are for anybody who's new.
And we've got a nice recommendation for you on a couple books that are coming out later this month.
So for anybody who doesn't know, One Up Box is a monthly subscription box where they send a box full of geeky, nerdy, pop culture style items straight to your door.
Gaming stuff.
Gaming, yeah.
Well, that's where the
focus
One
on
Up
gaming, yeah. And every month comes with a T-shirt and some other cool stuff.
And don't forget, there's a link in the description if you want order your own with a coupon code to get a $3 discount off your first month.
That sends money directly to us. Ooh, looking good so far. I like what I see. Let's see what we got. So that's Darth Vader, Link, Mario, Luigi, and the Star. I don't know if there's a specific theme to this or if it's just an interesting design.
What's wrong with their eyes?
I'm not
Empty
sure.
eyes? Zombie?
I think the term might be like chibi for the style that they're done in.
Oh, cool. Alright, so...
Ooh, what is this?
This is like a costume.
But it's like sunglasses attached to the hat part.
It's a mustache!
Here.
Oh, that's hilarious!
So it's a whole Mario costume by itself. That is...
Alright, I'm
okay, that is super cheesy, but also super good.
I'm invited to an 80s party next month. I'm totally wearing that.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's hilarious.
It's just cheesy enough to be really funny. Oh, and it comes with a little button too. What's that say?
One Up Adventure 2, September 2016.
Oh, and they talked a little while ago. We had the first month where they introduced the fox and the panda. It was on their shirt. I think it was in Assassin's Creed. No, it was jungling for like League of Legends or something. But that's another.
Oh, this is like a total costume. This is
like a whole costume set.
Yeah. Okay, I love this.
Okay, so that's the size mushroom.
Oh, this is
Mario,
so good. Okay. I'm gonna be
too bad we don't do
decked
any
out.
face reveals because then we could show it on. But
oh, this is hilarious.
that's really good.
Oh, sorry.
So this is like a totally themed outfit box.
Now I don't wear bow ties as often as I wear ties. You know the one tie that I love, right? They wear for everything.
Oh yeah, it's the Paisley
Looney Tunes
Bugs Bunny.
This will be my go-to bow tie. Oh,
is that
it's socks. It's socks.
Oh, I thought it was socks. So this is also Mario themed socks. I see the fire flower. No, did I not? No, these are Zelda themed socks. Never mind. So that's the Ocarina. That's the Triforce. That's a Rupee. I thought this looked like a fire flower from that angle. You've got the heart container. You got the bombs. I think that's it. Oh, there's a flute. It looks like. Oh, okay. Sorry, didn't see the keychain.
That's okay. All right, so this I'm liking this month. Absolutely.
There's the reveal. Oh, it's a Wookiee. Nice. Okay, so
it's
it's
nice
rubber
texture.
and it's got the raised bumps in the back. Is that kind of soft, malleable?
Nice. All right, nice box.
Wow, they stuck with the theming pretty much all the way through, except with the Wookiee.
All right, so that was the Mario Brothers shades. Mamma mia, no mustache, no hat, no worries. We got you covered.
Oh, we could get Mario or Luigi. I mean, I love Luigi, but I have to say I'm a little bit happier with Mario.
That's cool. Adventure Bros T-shirt.
The fight to be invincible is on as they come from other worlds for a chance to receive the coveted golden star.
Because I think the price before discount I think is $13 plus like $6 or $7 shipping, and with the $3 off, that's actually a really good deal. I've always been impressed. One Up Box tends to be, out of the boxes we've gotten, like Loot Crate and Nerd Block. And
the best deal.
As far as, you get a good amount of stuff. You don't have to put out, pay a lot for the box. The difficulty always is with Canada, because of the exchange rate and the extra shipping, which ends up being closer to $30, I think. It's not as good a deal, but for anybody in the States, damn.
Yeah, and for these blocks, shirts are standard. Shirts come with pretty much everything, and it's the quality of the other items. And normally that's where you get cheaper or more premium boxes. And this honestly feels like a totally premium box.
Yeah, you know what? I just love the idea. It never would have occurred to me. I never would have bought. This is why I like the kind of stuff where it's a surprise and where the subscription service kind of thing shines, because it's stuff that I would not have bought for myself. I wouldn't have been looking for it. but I'm totally gonna rock it.
But honestly, just these two items alone, and especially if you take into account the mainly Mario themed shirt, the theming is just so strong that it really feels like almost like a specialty box more than the cheapest option on the market.
Yeah. So thanks again, One Up Box.
Yeah. So now we'll go
Shaky
from
cam.
our review mode to our shaky cam recommendation mode.
So to sort of, I guess, celebrate a couple of new books that are coming in October by Ursula Guin, we're going to start talking about not her entire career. Her career has been huge. Obviously she's a huge influence on literature in the States. She's the National Book Foundation medalist for Distinguished Contribution to American Letters, which is the same award that Stephen King won. But before we get to that, the context is, alright, so she's probably really well known for a lot of different things. She won the Hugo and Nebula for both The Dispossessed and for The Left Hand of Darkness. And so it's hard to say that, it's almost inaccurate to say that people sometimes forget that she does a lot of science fiction, but it does seem like that because she's always recognized for being such a great writer. But she started with this whole Hainish cycle, and it's always been one of my favorites, right? So it started off with Rokonon's World, City of Illusions, Planet of Exile, and it's a whole sort of universe.
I don't know if you can tell, but we like her.
Yeah, I love her. She is so good. Dispossessed is one of my favorite books ever. Some people say that it's a difficult book. So these are all sort of Hainish cycle books. It's a difficult book, but I guess sometimes when you read something at the right time in your life, it not only leaves a big impression, but it also sort of changes the way you think. And I felt like The Dispossessed was one of those books. Another science fiction, Lady of Heaven. Remember this George Orr? Again, another one of my favorites. Her science fiction stuff, just if you haven't read any of it, just you gotta give it a try. I'll tell you something else though, too. Her fantasy is spectacular. Remember Wizard of Earthsea? And these are they've come out in a whole lot of different editions. This is one of my favorites because it's got the Yvonne Gilbert covers, and they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they almost look like kind of like fresco style paintings.
Actually, Yvonne Gilbert's interesting. She did a George R. R. Martin novella and illustrated it. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was redone recently by another artist, I think Luis Arroyo. So I was lucky enough to meet her way back in 1994. And she was just so gracious, gave a great talk. So anyways, and her nonfiction, her essays, her sort of critical writing, absolutely spectacular too. She's just a great writer. So I mean, that's sort of the background. So we love her. And anytime there's something new coming out is a reason to celebrate. She's got a couple of sort of companion books, not companion books, but they're sort of like a pair. They're so much sort of related that Simon & Schuster, is it Simon & Schuster? It is. Sega Press, which is a division of Simon & Schuster, are coming out with a box set of both together, or you can buy them separately, coming out later this month. The Found and the Lost, and the Unreal and the Real. The Found and the Lost is supposed to be a collection of all of her novellas. And alright, so we'll digress a little bit, because you already know how much we love it. The books are great, you gotta read it. But novellas, everybody sort of seems to define novellas differently. We know they're shorter than novels, and we know they're longer than short stories, but they're that sort of somewhere in between. And the problem with novellas is that there's not the same kind of market for them, right? There's a lot of people who want to buy novels. There's a lot fewer people who want to read a collection of short stories. And that in-between length is hard to market. That's what Tor.com was doing, remember? Those books that we read, Every Heart a Doorway?
Yeah, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, and it's a shame because it's a great length. It gives you the chance to really get into the world, and it doesn't require the same kind of commitment.
And there's also that one about supernatural catering. The name escapes me now, but it was really kind of silly funny.
Yeah. So what's funny is, alright, so The Real and the Unreal actually was published, I think, 1 or 2 years ago by Small Beer Press, and there's a couple of stories actually that are in both of the books, and I think it is. Hold on, where's the table of contents? Actually, Ones Who Walk Away from Home Last. If you've studied English in this in North America, you probably read that. It's pretty common on school curricula. But there's a couple books that are in both. So this is supposed to be a collection of selected short stories, but it also includes 2 of her novellas. And off the top of my head, I can't remember which ones they were. But what's interesting is I think what happened was that Small Beer Press, great press by the way, they do a lot of I wanted to say small. They are a small press. I was going to say they do a lot of small press books. Of course they do because they're a small press. But they do a lot of books that maybe don't have the same kind of commercial appeal. And one of them, one of the publishers, I think, is Kelly Link, who does great short stories too, right? Because short stories don't sell the same way. But don't worry, these are huge monster volumes. They bring a lot of stories that I had not actually read before, and some that I'd read so many years ago that I'd forgotten how good they were. And absolutely spectacular. You can't go wrong really with either. My personal preference is the novella length because, like I said earlier, it really gives you a chance to get into the world and get into just the whole mood that she's setting. What she's done, there's a whole bunch of the stories from the original Hainish cycle that, again, it's been so many years since I read them, and I'd forgotten how good they were because they're hard to get hold of. I think originally when I read them, they were in different collections and maybe magazines and stuff. And do yourself a favor. She is absolutely a spectacular writer. This is an easy way to get into it. You don't have to commit yourself to complete novel, but if you start it, if you've never read it before, this is a sort of a great gateway kind of drug to get you into the hard stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Oh, and thank you to Simon Schuster, Canada, for sending us the advanced copies so we could read them before it comes out in the next 10 days, later this month, October.
And giving us a great excuse to talk about somebody else that we really like.
Yeah, Ursula Guin. She's absolutely spectacular.
So this was our recommendation. That was our unboxing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Komoda.